Hey guys, it's Ndoplex, and today in Monster Hunter Wilds, I am going to show you guys exactly how to catch the super rare endemic life, the SANDSTAR. Now, this SANDSTAR is a part of a side mission. It is for the quest between the two guys where you have to find different endemic lives, and the culmination of all of these endemic lives is Salmon's special report, and that is to catch a SANDSTAR. This side mission is also closely linked to an achievement which you can get for catching this SANDSTAR, but the question is, how do we catch this SANDSTAR? Well, I've done a boatload of testing to figure out when and where are the best places for this guy to spawn and what the easiest method to catch him is. And so I am going to show you today what I have found is the easiest way, A, to find him, and B, to catch him. So let's get into it. First thing you're going to want to do is the SANDSTAR is found in the Windward Plains, and he's generally located around about, if you go from area 8 down here, travel up through area 12 and over into this area, sort of 11 and 13 area. This is where he is most commonly found, so anywhere along this sort of line. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your tent. There is an option on the third tab over here called rest, and now if you haven't got this option up, you might just have to progress either a story mission forward or something like that, but this rest mission, this rest availability should pop up right below where you grill a meal. If it's grayed out, like I say, just progress a story mission because it might be time gated and locked to specific weather conditions for story purposes, but that's by the by. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change it to plenty. We're going to want the season of plenty, and we are also going to want nighttime. Confirm this, and then it's gonna cost a couple research points, but if you've watched my other video on how to get the infinite amount of research guild points and ZENNY, I will put a link in the description down below, then you will have no problem affording this slight cost. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna jump onto my sacred, I'm gonna go to my map, and I'm going to show you live me actually finding this guy, because I have heard a lot of people still saying they've struggled to find him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here to area 8 first. I'm going to mark this on my map, and I'm just going to head straight down to this area. And what we're looking out for is a sort of shiny turquoisey light. It's kind of just like a shiny whitish light around the creature, who's like a little turquoise creature. So I'm going to head to here. This is the first area where you can spawn. He can be in the grasses. I tend to find it's a little bit harder to see him around here, but I follow from this area, and then I'm going to head all the way across and up here to area 11, 12. So let's head all the way over here. Now, as to where exactly he spawns, it's kind of unknown, but he is just roaming around these areas at night. So let's just have a good look around these areas and see what we can see. He's pretty easy to spot if you found him. So you should see pretty quickly whether you've found him here or not. So I'm just going to run across this area. I'm going to look left and right on the sand dunes. These are flash bugs, so that's no good for us. There's some more flash bugs. We're just going to run all the way across this sand dune area, looking left and right, just trying to see if we see him spawn. And there we have butterflies. How'd you think in there for a second? Some butterflies there. Can't go any further this way. So Palico. You can, if you want, just run back and make another pass through, just in case he sort of moved around or anything like that, and you hadn't seen him initially. So you can. Yep. And what do we have here? We have our little SANDSTAR. So there you go. You can see him there. I'm just going to run away a little bit just so you guys get a... You see how he shines a little bit as he's running away? So he is pretty shiny. He is relatively easy to spot, especially in these sand dunes. So as soon as you see him, I would go ahead and put your ghillie mantle on. So just cycle across. You should all come well equipped with the ghillie mantle. I put my ghillie mantle on, and I'm also going to equip screamer pods into my slinger, because screamer pods will actually disrupt this guy. If you see, if I chase him now, he's going to run away from me really quickly, and even with a net out, he's very difficult to catch at the minute. So, what we do, I'm going to hop off my sacred. I'm going to get my capture net on my hotbar ready as well, so that once I've screamer podded him, unequip that. So as soon as I've used my screamer pods on him, then I will be ready to capture him. So here he is. Just going to fire a screaming pod over at him. He's stunned now for a little bit. And I can just go ahead and put my capture net on. You do have a decent amount of time for this. Oh. Okay. Be aware. Now, okay, there's something new to know. Be aware that if you accidentally misclick and fire your grapple, you can actually kill him by accident. Oh dear. Poor little guy. Okay, we're gonna do a rerun right now. I will teleport away, teleport back, and try and find him once again. Rest in peace, SANDSTAR. I like to go up the middle of the sand dunes just to get the biggest view on things. Can't see him there, so I'm going to just make another pass back across, just in case we find him.
I gathered some materials too. Check your field.
Thanks, Alma. Appreciate it. Hey, there he is. So, yeah, he spawned again. So, like I said before, you're going to want to put your ghillie mantle on. It actually isn't the biggest deal in the world if you haven't got a ghillie mantle, so don't worry too much about it, because you can still get close enough to this guy. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to watch him disappear right in front of your eyes. Now, sometimes he will just do that, like a little bot, but that is him just in general despawn. Don't worry about it. Most of the time, even if he sees you, he will just run away from you rather than going under the sand. But it looks like we might have just caught him at the end of his spawn cycle there, and so he has disappeared for us. So once again, we're going to teleport away, and we'll teleport back. Now, as you can see, even though I have failed to catch him now twice in a row, I killed him once and I watched him disappear the other time because I'm busy talking about it. He is actually relatively easy to get to spawn as long as you have the conditions correct. If you have it in nighttime and you also have it in the Season of Plenty, you should be able to get this guy to spawn without too much difficulty. It's nowhere near as hard as it was back in like World when you had to find a super rare creature. In Monster Hunter Wilds, it seems a little bit fairer, and so I do tend to find that I don't struggle too much to actually get these guys to spawn. Just struggle a bit trying to catch him when I'm busy yakking away to you guys. But regardless, we'll find him hopefully once again here, and this time we'll actually catch him and move on with our lives. But at least this gives you guys a pretty good showcase of exactly where you're going to find this guy, and how it is best to catch him, and what not to do as well. I always like to give you guys a good showcase on what not to do. Basically, avoid most of what I'm doing except for the stuff that's actually useful. That's pretty much a good way to think about it. So we're going to run across. I don't see him just yet. And I'm going to circle back round. And hopefully he will have spawned for us there. Is that him or is that my palico? That's my palico. Aha, he is there though. I just saw him glittering. So he really does seem to be quite a very consistent spawn up in this 8 area. If you run away, if you do that loop that I'm telling you to do, and then come back around, he does seem to very consistently spawn here. And like I said before, this time I'm actually going to pop the screamer pod, jump off, put my capture net on, and capture him, no problem at all. So, nice and easy. That way, you will have A, got yourself a nice achievement, and also completed that side mission for those guys, so you can finish up those quests. And yeah, that is going to be about it for me. Just a bare bones, straightforward guide on how to properly get the SANDSTAR to spawn, and how to catch him nice and efficiently when he does spawn. And there we have it. The super rare SANDSTAR has been caught. You completed the quest and got an achievement. If this video did help you out a lot, I would really appreciate a like and a sub. And keep your eyes open because there's much more Wilds content to come. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.